Contrary to what we were taught, real power doesn't announce itself. It regulates itself. Because when your energy is finally clean, there's nothing left to prove. You become the proof. So people feel the shift before they can name it. It's like you're not louder, but you're steadier. And you stop chasing alignment and you start holding it. And suddenly the dynamics that used to drain you start rearranging themselves around you and without a single confrontation. In this video, we're going to talk about magnetic presence. The moment that your inner calm starts doing all the heavy lifting in your life. When you stop explaining yourself and your energy starts speaking for you. By the end of it, you'll understand how stillness becomes strategy and how being self-contained makes you impossible to ignore. We've been taught to think that magnetism comes from charisma or volume. But real magnetism is simply just nervous system gravity. It's just what happens when your inner frequency becomes so coherent that other people's nervous systems entrain to it. That's why calm people always reorganize chaos, because it's their very steadiness that becomes the loudest signal in any room. This shift happens the second you stop trying to manage everyone else's comfort. You call all your energy back to you. You become self-sourced. You cancel the rushed plan. You say a simple no instead of the long, drawn-out explanation. And then all of a sudden, the entire dynamic reveals itself. Who respects the boundary and who only ever respected your overfunctioning. When you stop cushioning other people from your truth, you stop leaking energy. And it's that very leak where all your magnetism was escaping. Moving to a place of stillness is an interesting process because we're so conditioned to fill the gap, fill the space with noise. That's our comfort zone, is just noise and chaos, ironically. So at first, silence feels pretty awkward. And you will wonder if you should fill it. And you'll probably have the impulse to. But don't. Because that's where alignment truly starts to communicate for you. Something we really have had wrong in this old paradigm and Western culture is that calm is passive. It's not. It's precise. It's clear. And it cuts through distortion and through all the noise. Calmness tells the world and other people exactly where to meet you. No extra words required. Just, this is who I am, this is where I am, and this is the price of my presence. And if you want access, you meet me here, in truth. And you will notice that the people who are meant to stay or who are willing to look at what that mirrors back to them, they won't need convincing. They'll feel you. And as a result, they will instinctively start matching your rhythm. Even if clumsily, even if slowly or gradually or cautiously. That's precisely the embodiment or the manifestation of presence or frequency doing what explanation literally never could. This is the new paradigm of leading by example. And regulation is the new paradigm of charisma. Anyone can post online, take a video, tell you about all the growth that they've done and the podcast they've listened to and whatever. Anyone can do it. A lot of people are doing it. But the body doesn't lie. Understanding and learning how to approach the world and listen to the world through energy. Because energy is at the foundation of everything else. And distortion comes from the meaning we attach, stories we've been told and tell ourselves about what is true or not true, rather than actually being fluent in the energy itself. When your system is regulated and coherent, few words are needed. In fact, the less you speak sometimes, the more power you really hold. Because interestingly, and again, also a kind of contradiction to what we've been misled to believe about power, is that power doesn't come from control, it doesn't come from intimidation. It actually comes from safety. One's own safety within themselves leads to other people feeling safe. And what happens when we all feel safe? We listen. And we don't just listen from the survival part of us that wants to protect our body and not die. We listen from the spiritual, the divine, the loving part of us, the higher consciousness beings, the more evolved part of us. So this is why this is the doorway to our evolution, to our expansion as a species, and therefore as a planet. It is through safety within oneself. Because when we reach that, we automatically become a stabilizer for others and a safe house for others to find their own true north and their own regulation and healing. We have moved far away from the paradigm of performative confidence. And thank God. We have entered the paradigm of resonance. No more performance, just being real. And not just showing visibly what it looks like to be real, but transmitting truth, realness, so that other people feel, not just see it, but feel that safety that it creates. And that people feel that slice through all the chaos and the noise and the distortion that is holding all of us back and keeping all of us small. Because presence, real presence, is not aesthetic. It is a physiological event. Again, we are creators, and we have this divine, incredible ability to literally build worlds when we align internally, when we call our energy and our power back, and when we become truly coherent. And getting to a place of regulation and calm, real calm, like sustained calm, like calm as a baseline, it is essentially an energetic algorithm rewriting the room. And that's like hardly even a metaphor. Like that is pretty much what actually happens. I want you to think about a time when you chose peace over proving. When you just let your text sit. Maybe it was just a simple no, or a simple, this is how I feel. Maybe you felt a micro jolt of guilt, or fear, or anxiety. But then you probably felt a wave of relief, like holy moly. That felt good. Like a weight lifted off your shoulders. Like you could breathe again, like you took your costume off that you are constantly running around in, so that other people don't have to see you. I know it's a little scary and it's a little unusual to actually fully embrace what's going on underneath that costume, but here's the thing. It's that very act that is the sound of you reclaiming your authority. It's not about domination, it's about not abandoning yourself anymore. It's about letting your truth breathe and speak. That is magnetic presence. When your coherence becomes the catalyst for everyone else's calibration. Here's some practices for you to hold your field. First, always get into the habit of pausing before replying. We are moving away from reactivity to responding. Make space in life. When someone says something to you, take a beat. Put your phone away. Go get some fresh air. Connect to your inner voice. And every time you take that space, not only are your responses going to be more informed, more at a higher vantage point, but that space alone is going to teach other people or recalibrate other people to your new tempo, a tempo of sovereignty, of self-possession. That might threaten some people, but it also challenges in a very loving way other people to step up and grow into a higher domain of connection, something more real, something more sovereign, something healthier, more evolved, more conscious, more expansive. And of course, always, always, always breathe. Just whatever you can do to be connected to your breath. Our breath truly is our anchor into this body. into this life, into this dimension. And every single time we use it as an access point or a doorway into these higher states of being, these more regulated states of being, everything that I'm talking about on this channel and that I've talked about in this video and that you want, that the higher part of you wants, becomes truly inevitable. Like the breath makes it happen intuitively. Never underestimate the power of the breath. Use it as a very important tool, and any practices that get you there or make it more fun or exciting, go there. So find what works for you. Also notice who regulates with you, because there are going to be people who resist, who don't like what your calm, clarity, and coherence mirror back to them. And some people will not be able to adjust to new terms. But there will be people who can regulate with you. Anyone who calms down in your presence, anyone who is stabilized by your frequency is resonant or is in resonance. Repeat after me. My calm is not emptiness, and it's not passivity. It's evidence of energetic mastery. When your inner calm becomes the catalyst, you realize that power was never about force. It was always about frequency. You'll never have to chase alignment again because now you embody it. And you'll never have to fight for space again because your energy makes space. And the people who can meet you there or who are meant to meet you there will show up effortlessly. Because resonance is inevitable once coherence is embodied. You're not becoming colder. You're becoming much clearer. And you're not pulling back. You're drawing life in. And that's what real magnetism and power are. Stillness that is so steady, it starts building worlds around it. Let me know in the comments below, when was the last time your calm influenced a situation more powerfully than your words did? Drop it below. Let's map how stillness moves energy. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye.